Humans are weird. As very much instructed to us by our fantastic speaker, Professor Lamont. And at the same time, Toastmaster Muhammad Ahmed has taught to us what miscommunication can do. While humans are weird, they also have a huge proclivity towards violence. An example can be when you're a driver on the road. Go ahead, tell me, how many of you are drivers here? Raise your hands. Magnificent. How many of you have been in a road rage? Raise your hands. Almost every one of you. Why? Even though you could have been in the wrong yourself, but you believe you were right and the other was wrong. You may have been also the one who got almost in a car crash and decided to get out of your car, come out, go to the other. I won't ask you which one of you may have done it, as you don't want to expose yourself. That's fine by me. But I know people have done it. As I have seen someone who went ahead, got in a car crash, and the first thing he did was get out of the car, go to the back seat, open it, and just an M16, ladies and gentlemen. But why? Why did you have to go this far? No. To explain just a little bit. What you see right here are two boxes. Consider them as boxes. They may not boxes, but consider them. With a big red button. Now, how many of you are inclined to just press it? A lot of you. But bear with me. Before I go ahead and explain what those boxes might be, I have to ask, how many of you have ever watched the series Doctor Who? One, two. Very few, very few. So those of you who watch it may know what I may be talking about. And for those who haven't, don't worry, I'll explain. Imagine you're in your room and you're playing a game like Overwatch or Call of Duty, and suddenly your mother comes charging through the door. Ahmed, you have not done your chores. You have not thrown the trash. You have put the cat in the dishwasher. What are you doing? What's the matter? I am playing Minecraft. How dare you talk back to me? That is it. Khalas. You will not go out with your friends anymore. You are now upset. Very upset. And you want to do something about it. So you go ahead, grab your phone, go to Twitter, and you start complaining about how your freedom has been stolen from you. How you are living under a tyrant who does not give you any freedom whatsoever. Sounds absurd, doesn't it? It is. Let's be real. But let me twist it. Replace your mother with someone in authority. Replace your chores with labor. And replace your friends with your family. Suddenly, it doesn't sound that absurd anymore, does it? Gentlemen, authority, Ahmed. So, what are these two boxes? You can go ahead and consider them to be WMDs, a concentration of one's armed technological forces. And at the press of a button, you will go ahead and unleash it all. But if both sides press the button, both will be eventually annihilated. So, in these situations, usually it will erupt into war, easily. Now, in a dilemma like this, what would you do? How many of you, if you were on either side of these boxes, how many of you would press the button? How many? None? No one? I guess, oh, thank you. Because I would have done it if you had asked me a few days ago. So what's the whole point here? Because that is not the solution. The old me would have done it, but not now. See, the only way that you can solve a situation like this is to introduce a war vet into the mix, right in the middle. And he will tell you what war really is. You go out into the battlefield in the name of something, but all you see is the ground bleed with the blood of your friends and enemies, and the bodies of those fallen before you bury within themselves. That right there is war. Doesn't sound so good, does it? You see, the whole point here is that sword is mighty. Yes, it can solve the problems. However, the pen is everlasting. The pen is weaker than the sword, but everlasting. For that ensures peace. Thank you.